Hey, thank you for stopping by
and joining us on
Clink.
Mm-hmm.
We are your hosts,
Cam.
And I am Kay.
Hey. And I just want to give a shout out to Kay for getting us these really cute necklaces. I told her that I admired hers, and she went and got me one. And I thank my sister, girl. It's so cute.
It is cute, y'all. Look, Amazon is the bomb. Okay. All right. So if this is your first time stopping by Clink, like what? Who are these two women? Well, let us tell you. If you're listening, because I'm going to start downloading our episodes on my Kicking It with K Marie podcast because I'm paying for Beam over there. I'm not doing that. So she's
going to multitask a little bit.
And that streams on every streaming platform. So if you are listening to us, hi, we are Cam and Kay, and we have this podcast called Clink.
Yes.
We are two sister friends. We are filmmakers. We are podcasters. We are creatives. We do all the things creatively.
The things. And we just want to show the women that we can work together and be empowered and that we do great things together. And so that's one of the examples from our show.
Especially women 40 plus. Because, we still sexy. We still got it going on. We still got it going on, girl.
Because black don't crack.
Black don't crack.
Because, honey, you look like everything tonight. Love the lip, love the red.
Okay. Okay.
Best friend. No. Okay.
Okay. So this just let you know we are a podcast. Again, we talk about some of everything on our Sip and Chats, which drop on Thursday. Might be moving to Fridays. We'll see. We'll play around with some days. And today is our Clink recap show.
Thank you. Of all the Queensmen, honey. Who's been pretty, as we know, they took a break for a little while, but now they're back into the groove, and we're seeing there's some new writing going on.
It is, but before we delve into all of that, why don't you go ahead and click that like button, that thumbs up, comment and subscribe, y'all. Again, one of the easy way to support us is by going on our YouTube, and this is where you can see us if you're listening to us on a streaming platform. But we are on YouTube, All Things Cam and K, that's our channel. Or you can put in Clink with Cam and K. Both comes up. And just go ahead and hit that like on our YouTube page.
Yeah, because it'll put us into the algorithm, and we'll also show up on other people's feeds that do shows similar to ours.
Exactly.
So we can all support each other.
Yes. So all the Queensmen. So if y'all, it's gonna be some spoilers, y'all. Okay, because this is a recap.
Yeah. So we hope you watched it. Okay.
Yes.
So, honey.
What's it called? What is the one called? I Got 5 on It.
I think so.
I got 5 on it.
Hey.
Okay. That's my jam. Okay.
But we ain't smoking ghetto weed right now. I'm just playing.
I'm joking. We don't smoke. I made a little gummy, but I don't smoke. Okay. All right. So, girl.
So, I am really tired of Detective Davis just jocking Madam. I know she needed the money and everything. She is thirsty. I know how it is when you need to get your bag, but she be dogging her. I mean, after somebody she be like, I got this information. She be like, I
know that already. Next.
Right. She be so dismissive of her. I be like, well, dang.
She do. So yeah, Madam is talking with Davis and give her stacks and stacks of money because she did come through with some information.
And she should have been giving her some money a while ago. But Madam, just got to be in control. Yeah. So you're going to have to wait until you bow down, as she says.
Right. So Detective Davis just had a conversation with Madam. She was like, I'll keep working for you as long as the price is good. Madam was like, bitch.
Like you gonna work for me.
Right, you gonna work for me regardless, no matter whatever I give you.
I guess that's that pimp blood that she has on her body from her dad, because her daddy was a pimp back and it was still is pimping,
Right.
even though he's not. But
Yeah.
she still got that pimp blood in her body because she be dogging people. I said, oh my god. And Madam lets her know that she has other connections and other jobs that she could be useful in, and she gives her some more money. So Detective Davis walks away pretty happy because she's no longer busted and disgusted.
Right, and she did tell Madam that the concierge left Mexico, and I think it said something about the Cayman Islands or something like that. But he's on his way. So
right, and so Madam, she's like, that's what she want to hear. But then I'm trying to wonder, you want to hear for what type of reason? But we'll find that out later.
Right.
So then we have Trouble and Champ getting arrested while they're dancing. That little rookie cop just keeps popping up a little everywhere. He just pop up out of the blue. Right. I'm like, where you come from? What do you call him?
Opie.
Yeah.
Opie. For those who are old enough to remember Andy Griffith, I had no choice. My mom loved that show, so.
You were forced as well.
Okay. Yeah, I cannot do it anymore. But Blue tells Madam that Trouble and Champ has got arrested, and she's like, "What on the floor?" So she has to, tell her patrons
damage control.
She had to address them, so she did.
But it was funny because she was like, Trouble. She just really want to live up to her name, doesn't she? So anyway, Champ and Trouble, they're taken to jail, and they're talking about.
About to snitch.
He a buster. He is a total buster. Snitches get stitches. Okay. And he just sits there, and when they're talking amongst themselves trying to figure out what they're gonna say, and then when Opie comes, the rookie, he starts singing like a bird. And
that's what I got to in my notes. He starts singing like a canary.
Yes, he starts, and then Trouble is no better because she goes along with it. I'm like, you're supposed to be the hardcore one that's supposed to be holding him down, keeping him together. You telling too.
Because basically, Champ was like, Ray Shine did it. So the Opie trying to get them to put it in writing. They was like, nah.
But they're both stupid because you don't tell. Just side note, you don't tell any police any information ever unless you have a lawyer present.
Yeah, they tell you those rights. Remain silent until your lawyer gets there.
Which means be quiet. So Champ tells Trouble, Champ, like I said, Champ was telling everything in Ray Shine. Dad, you giving everybody's government. You just like doing everything.
Right.
And I was just so irritated. But then we get back to Big D.
Big D.
Lord.
He tried to, I have on Big D tried to shoot a shot again, but Diamond's not interested. And she and Blue reiterated it, and she don't like how I don't think Blue likes Big D for Dime. I think she likes Amp.
Because she's more loyal to Amp.
If she had her,
and I think she's more loyal to Amp, and she's seeing how everything moved, and she knew she was there, and so she knows how Amp and Dime's relationship was and how cute they were together. And it was funny to me because Amp was trying to be polite to Dime, and she is giving him the coldest shoulder.
I'm like, girl, because again, I said this before, but I'm like, girl, you have no. Yes, he was falling out because you almost got his ass killed.
That part.
So
that's kind of hard to forget.
Y'all even now, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Y'all have been through y'all trials and tribulations, so y'all are even now. But I mean, I think also he was so cruel to her with his words. He was talking to her like she was nothing.
He was that close to being dead because of her.
Yeah, but
without even fact checking.
But he was on drugs and stuff too.
But not. No.
I mean, when he was cussing her out real bad.
Well, yeah, that. Right.
he was kind of going through.
He was.
But he was going off her. But I understand. But I think he would have handled it differently if he wasn't so under the influence. But it was so crazy because they tell Face, you a little light with your money. And then he tells them how he was in the VIP with Tandy and how her husband died.
He was consoling her. And so Blue was like, what? So then Madam comes up and she gets the news that Miss Tandy's husband died, and she has Blue and them get in touch with her. But first she was like, dang, he up here messing up my plans because he dying.
Right. And then Midnight spills the beans that Face is staying with Tandy. And everybody is commenting on how cold Tandy is. Her husband wasn't even, he was in the hospital when she moved Face in. Her husband died, and now Face, I guess he there semi-permanently because he just posted up. And she told him, she was like, just make sure that she don't end up like Miss Pat. Because I ain't got time. I got plans for Tandy, and I don't have time for her to
don't kill this one.
Don't kill this one. Girl, when she said that, I was like, oh my God. That was absolutely hilarious.
So Champ in trouble is bailed out of jail. Her friend bailed him out. And I'm like, Champ was like, I got you. She's like, nigga, this ain't no round of drinks. Right. Like, you gotta pay her back.
He's talking about, well, I'm gonna get the car. She's like, no, you gonna pay back that bail money. You make sure that you show up to court so my girl can get her money back. Don't play with me.
This ain't no round of drinks.
Right. He all like, I got the car.
I got the Uber.
This girl done put up her house, her grandmama house that she grew up in, and you talking about something. I got the car.
And then he suggests like a way for them to get some money. So he tell her, to come by his crib later on that day.
It seemed like since they done had a little taste of the Robin Hood life, it ain't like they robbing from the rich and giving to the poor themselves. But ever since they did that one little job, they just on a Robin thing.
Right. I'm like, this is. Yeah.
But I'm like, if she got you out of the trouble last time, I don't think robbing is the smartest thing to do.
It's not. So Madam is talking to Fuego in her office because Fuego was just acting a little funny. So Madam peeped. She's like, yeah, meet me in my office. So this Negro, I love me some Fuego.
Yeah, he acting real stupid right now. But okay.
Madam wanted to know, like, how did you know that Big D was in the basement? And he was telling her that the people hacked his computer. We know that the DA department is behind that. And
she's like, you hacked I got cameras here. You the one to put them up, and you didn't think that I would know what was going on in my own establishment?
Yeah, because he was like, they have cameras and eating even in the basement. So she was furious. So she was like, so basically they can see what I'm doing. They can shut down this whole operation.
And she's like, why didn't you tell me?
Yes.
Because Fuego at this point is withholding information. And she's like, dude, are you loyal to me? What's going on? And she being hardcore on him, and he's acting like really airheaded. Like, well,
he said, I can be faithful, but if the police ask me something that I know,
I can't guarantee.
Right. I'm like,
like, she might kill you, boy.
Right. And I'm looking at this point. I'm like, are they trying to write him off the show? What's going on? Because he's not making any sense.
I hope that they're not. But I thought it was funny as heck when Tommy and Madam were talking about Fuego, and she was like, he better get his head together or he gonna meet Jesus real soon.
Exactly.
I was like, okay.
Because like Tommy said, he was like, this church boy don't have it in him.
He's just not that type.
She was like, he better find something.
So Madam tells Tandy to come into her office the next day, and she's talking to Tandy at this point. And she tells Madam, I give you my deepest condolences for your father because I too am. And Madam just like, like
that nigga was nasty,
right?
Sodomizing men and.
He was a loser. He had a problem. And maybe now that he's gone, you won't be a sick individual yourself, since she was blaming everything on her husband, even though she was going along with his shenanigans.
Exactly.
So Madam cuts into Tandy to run for mayor.
So she was taken aback, like, me? What? She's like, yeah, you need to play that grieving widow. She was like, I had the people at the club. I got, other people that can back you up. You just run, basically.
So Tandy looks at her and says, well, Madam, I'm not going to be your puppet. Girl.
You're going to be her puppet.
You're going to be her puppet. You ain't got no choice because she got all kinds of stuff on.
She haven't learned about that since season 1.
Right. You no matter
kill
what.
the judge and everything.
Lucky you didn't end up electrocuted. So I was just like, the thing that's so messed up, Madam is a trip. Because Tandy's like, okay, we agree, so let's shake on it. She was like, I'm not touching your little nasty hand. She was like, get out of my office. I said, Madam just be like a whole lot of out coldness.
Something else.
She cold as heck when it comes to Tandy, but that's because Tandy is a real messed up individual for what she was going along with. That was like a atrocity how she was. Yeah.
Right. So Trouble comes over to Champ House. They discuss what. Okay. So Trouble was like, what is the big thing? What do you want to do? And so he talking about some nickel and dime stuff like robbing a corner boy.
Come on, we can rob him every week until they replace him.
She was like, I ain't trying to make this a 9 to 5. Right.
I ain't trying to. Right. She like, what are you talking about?
So she suggested that they go after the stash house, and I was telling Cam, I think that they're gonna f around and rob Madam's
people. Carla. We think she go because Carla.
But Madam has
she got people everywhere.
Yeah, that's her. Remember in season 1, that's really what she does. She has the drug. She do the drugs.
Right, because that's when she had the money in the wall because of that one guy. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now we go to the DA is talking to Casanova, and he said they're all cut up. It's taking him a long time to
heal. That was like in one day they doing this.
Right. You was cut up like 3 episodes ago. By now you should just have like the pink scar instead of the scab. The scab should have fallen off by now. They were saying that Madam thinks that if she gets Tangy in, that she's gonna she's planning on getting rid of the DA. So the DA is telling Casanova that Tandy's running for mayor, and she's really excited because her and Tandy go way back. And the first order of business is to get rid of Madam.
Yeah, so she was like, oh, because Casanova like, can we trust her? She's like, oh yeah, I got her in my pocket. Everybody think that they can be the puppet master over Tandy's life, so it's gonna be interesting.
It's gonna be real interesting because Tandy she ain't a total punk. She's slicker than a sliver. She's a slick one.
She always aligned herself with the wrong people when it comes with Madam, like Casanova's wife. Yes, let's take her out. Her, and then she's dead. And
the other thing is, so she tells the DA tells Casanova, well, Tandy and Jack were into a lot of stuff, bury it and make the stuff disappear. It's too late for that because Madam already is up on all of that. So yeah.
So Miss Tandy comes home and finds Babyface ass just making himself comfortable, and he up there playing video games.
Girl. When she walked in the house and this grown man is sitting on the couch playing video games, there's nothing wrong with playing a video game, but he all in, like he's like 12 living it up in her house. But what irritated me is when she come in trying to talk to him about business, the only thing he kept saying is, "You gonna give me some? Oh, you gonna get the insurance money? Oh, you gonna have a lot of money."
No, this is what I hated. This line right here, because I think it's the way he said it too. I always wanted a white Aston Martin, and a Porsche. Buy one, nigga, buy one.
Something so not attractive over a begging, petty man who was waiting on a woman to give him things. But the thing that's crazy is y'all make all this money and y'all don't get no money. I need to know what the check look like. I need to know what, okay, y'all tipping out, but what do y'all actually get to keep? I need to see that part. I need to.
Because we know that because I'm like, why is Babyface is the only one. Everybody else had their own house, nice cars. But Babyface, but I think it stems from the first season when it might have been the first episode when we see him in court. His baby mama.
He got baby mama. They bleeding him dry, huh?
Yeah, so that could be it. So they Tandy and Face. So she tells Face like, look, I got my endorsement from Madam. I'm about to run for mayor. So you gotta lay low in the cut.
You gotta keep it in the closet.
He's like, okay, but that's gonna cost you.
And that's the thing. Yeah, the way you know it's gonna cost you. It's like so irritating the way he says it. Like, and she's like, "You always begging for money as usual," but that makes her feel good that he's going to be, And she's just like so crass. But she tells him, when I win the mayor seat, I'll buy you that car. I said, oh. But the very crazy part now is Big D is stalking down.
Stalking her outside her house.
And she is pissed. And she's like, baby, I just want to. Okay, we know you got the little Big D accent, but you getting on my nerves with them little sayings you be saying. It's like, ugh. But
did you go ahead?
No, you have.
Did you peep? He up there talking to her, and you want me type thing. She's like, no, I don't, get along. And did you peep? He was like leaned up against that brick wall with one of his feet up. I'm like, this nigga posing. He posing. I know he's a model. I'm like, he doing model shots. Like, nigga, get to stop.
You are not in a pole race commercial. Right.
He was like posted up. He was like, I was like, oh my God.
And he's like begging. She like, I don't want to eat with you. I don't want to go to lunch with you. As a matter of fact, I don't want to see you again outside the club. And he's like, I know you want me. No, Negro. I said, I don't want to be bothered. When a woman said no means no.
But I think, like I was telling you, I think that Dime likes them both. I really do. I think she's attracted to Big D. I believe she's attracted to him, but her heart is with Amp. But she still gets that attraction to Big D, I think.
Yeah. I like when Blue was kind of like saying like she might not even want either one of y'all, so both of y'all just need to chill because it's a lot of pressure, especially when you work with two guys and then they both are trying to talk to you. That's a lot. You'd be like, ugh. But I like the fact that she's holding her ground because she really trying to figure it out. Because a lot of times we work out of impulse and emotion, and she's not trying to run back to Amp. But she's not trying to fall into nothing with Big D either.
Exactly. So Davis tells Madam that the concierge will be in Atlanta in 2 days. So she tells us that she was in the car when she was in the car with Blue, when Davis called, and she was like, she introduced herself. She was like, "Bitch, I know who you are. I got call ID."
Right.
She do me, dog.
Between her dog and Sandy and Detective Davis, I'll be like, oh, because I might want to boss up on you, be like, who you talking to? Right. But she is Madam, so yeah. Right. So Madam is nasty, and she tells her that the concierge will be there in 2 days. So she tells Blue, get everything ready because he's coming to town, and so they set up a public service announcement for Tandy, and of course you have Tommy, who is the book of the baker, the candlestick maker, and they make the comment, "What don't you do?" Because every time somebody say they're gonna do something, he say, "I could do that. I went to college for that."
He's a jack of all. Right, he went to film school.
Right,
he a jack of all trades.
Right, and he being irritating as usual. He tells Tandy, "You should cry. I can help you if you need to cry." I'm like, so now you're an acting coach. Okay. Boy, if you don't go somewhere with your 10-job self. So then Fuego is contacted.
He's being cyber bullied again
by the hacker. And he is sitting there. Girl, I think it's irritating me with Fuego right now. It's like he was acting like he was about, I'm like,
right, because they showed some doctored video footage of him killing an old girl. He was like, what?
He's like, that never happened. And so basically he is starting to fall apart because he did not kill his ex-girlfriend, and they're sending him all these threatening messages, and he's falling apart. But what was tripping me out too, when they show Amp in the club and he's watching Dime like a hawk.
Yeah, not even like paying any of the customers any attention. You gotta do your job.
He's like a lovesick puppy. But that's what happens sometimes with men after they lose somebody because they see the error of their ways, and it's really messing him up that he can't get her back.
What song dropped in my head? What Amp was probably playing in his head when he see her. One of my favorites. Tell me when will I see smile again? 'cause I know I messed up, baby, and I know you're fed up. Sugar. I was like, I know he's like, cause he is feeling pitiful. He's like,
so you acting your behind off with that pitiful puppy dog face. So we gonna say, hey. So Trouble and Champ have the exchange about being in the VIP. That's Trouble's whole life. I want to be a VIP dancer. It's like, girl, you got nothing else to do. Him, her person, trying to be politically correct. And then Trouble is like, I deserve to be in there. So Champ was like, I'm a good dancer too. I could be. And she like cutting to him like, no, you don't. It's all about here for years. Me. You ain't been in no years. You only one.
We don't even know if it's a full
6 weeks. We don't even know. That's the other thing. We really don't know a timeline because everything is kind of like melding together, and we have no idea. But she kind of like shoots him down. I was like, well, dang, Trouble.
So we see the guys, they're walking into the dressing room, and they see Fuego being a Debbie Downer because the stuff that he's going through, and he tells them, they're like, what do they want? He was like, information on Madam and Midnight Boss. Like, you better not
tell them. Like, I will kill you and myself if you tell on Madam. And he's just like, I like though that Imp was being compassionate and trying to be a friend. And he like, I told you before, go talk to Madam. Tell her what is going on because he don't want to see him die.
But he just talked to Madam. So what is the point of it?
Well, I guess he like if you tell her whatever, just so you won't end up in the basement. You already know what happens in the basement. So
Big D comes in, right? He want to get his stuff from the locker room. And oh god,
he comes in and he goes, and Amp is just like, hey, you know what?
I'm trying to apologize.
No, I apologize, man. I shouldn't have did this, that, and the third. And he's like, maybe we could be friends. And Big D is like, yeah, maybe. And then Amp hits him with the
back off a little bit on that. Yeah, I'm trying to get back.
Why don't you leave it alone? Because
that's me right
there. We had that thing, and I'm trying to get that thing back. And oh boy. Big D says, respectfully, dog, I think she feeling me. I was like, are you serious right now that you would say that to him? And you know that he loved her? And he was like, but she a grown woman. So it's her choice who she want to get with and who she don't want to get with.
He said, but quiet as a Kev, I think she's not feeling neither one of us. He said, but we can still be friend punch.
He's not going to mess up. His eye was probably going like this. And that's why he had his hand covering it up. I was like, dang. Sometimes Big D just don't know when to be quiet, even though he was telling the truth. But sometimes, man, you need to be quiet.
So they, Dime. She can tell she's not really a big dancer. Cause every time when she get on the stage, she be like, do her little thing. It's like the same moves.
That's the only move she got.
That she did one of them. I'm like, did she really do that, kid?
Okay, we can give her some dancing lessons, though. Just a little, do the snake a little bit. So,
ladies, and
ladies. Somebody at my job was clowning her. I was like, don't talk about Dime. I like Dime. Leave her alone. So, I guess Amp was messing up things because Blue checked him. She like, let me come holler at you.
During the thing, Doc checked him. He was like, man,
like, what you doing?
He was just slow, all the time missing the steps. But then, and then when he got off the stage, Blue was like, what's going on? Is it about Dime? And she was like, she may not want
to be in a relationship. She's like, don't let being in a relationship
a failed
relationship mess up your money. And he was like, it wasn't failed. Yes, it wasn't failed. He in denial like a mug. He about to start becoming a stalker too, it seems like.
So Madam is in her office, and we can hear the news saying how Miss Tandy numbers are good, and said since she's entered the race. Mm-hmm. And then she gets a text from Concierge, and I peep how they did the Android iPhone thing because Concierge is team Android. Hello, because his was green, and his text was green. Madam was blue, but he was like, what did he say? He was like, meet me. And he said, I know things like this turn you on. She was like, nigga, please. And then she was like, okay, where, nigga? Where we going? She talking all big, and she's like, okay, where?
She got a little scratch, a little itch that needs to be scratched because I guess she feeling like, well, my daddy gone, wink, wink, and everybody done killed everybody now, so we should be even. So she trying to figure out where he coming from, and I'm just like, I don't think he gonna kill her. I don't think that at all. I think that.
Does he?
He's so mysterious. We'll find out later.
We'll find out. Yeah.
So Dime is cashing everybody out and everything, and Amp walks up to her and get a tough dude. And so he convinces her, and she did tell him that she would come by later, and they could talk. But she kind of like, get out of my face right now. Right. I was like, girl, you know
I said I'll come over. Don't let me change my mind.
Right. So she's going over there later. So Trouble and Face have words. Face is always antagonizing somebody. I wish somebody would bop him one time. He's the one that need to get bopped because he's ridiculous.
Doggone mouth.
And
by midnight or not.
He jumping all up in Trouble's face, trying to fight a woman, but he wasn't saying nothing to Champ. And Champ was standing right there.
Right. And Champ got in his face like, I was like, oh.
I was like, oh, Champ, hi. So then he tells Trouble, he said, don't worry about them. Get your money up because they dogging them because they're amateurs. He's like, it's okay because you're going to get your money up. And she's like, well, that come up here in a Rolls Royce. See, that's what's wrong with folks.
Material stuff.
They don't know how to, if they do get some money, they got to show everybody they got the money. Yes. Put it in the bank, save it for another time, Right. So then we have, on the closing, a truck pulls up and they jump out the truck and they start roughing Fuego up.
But Fuego had hands.
He was getting back with him.
Fuego had hands.
Look, take up for your man. She loved her some Fuego. She had you gave me the side eye. He was like, Fuego had hands. Don't talk about him.
Fuego had hands, and then Midnight helped them out, so they scared the people away. He was like, dang.
They really want to kick your behind.
Right. He was like, I told you, they really pressing me. They really want this information. He said, man, I'm about to just go home and relax. And then what happened?
He unlocks his car and the car blows up. I said they're getting really good with these little explosives.
Girl, I'm like, they blew up the Lexus.
But I had to think about it. I was like, they are in Atlanta, so he had to be unlocking the door because at first, we're in Michigan. I was like, was he doing a remote start? Because that would be really.
I think so, right? I know he was using his thing to unlock.
I had to say that because I was confused for a second. I was like, no, he's unlocking because it's hot where he at.
Yeah, well, because unless somebody just don't know this. Usually with those car bombs, it goes off when you
start the car. That's why I was
so like right. So I'm hopefully I think it's the remote start.
I wasn't trying to be shady, but why would you have a remote start when it's hot outside?
No, you can still have it.
I just thought that most people had it in cold weather. But anyway, thank you for joining us for our review of Allthequeensmen. And join us next time. If you have any questions or concerns or anything that you may want for us to review, please contact us at allthingscanandk@gmail.com.
Or you can use our feature. You can leave us an audio message so we can play it on our show in an upcoming episode. You can let us know what your favorite part of this season is or the episode. Just let us know. If we want to talk, we want to engage with you all. So that description is that link is in the description, of our YouTube page, and it's SpeakPipe, SpeakPipe.com/Cam, CAM and KKY. Okay.
So until next time, thank you for joining us.
Clink.
Bye.
Bye.